separate the cities of Eugene and Corvallis, but the number of barbs and shots thrown back and forth between these two institutions could fill a distance triple that size. What a matchup we have for you in the battle for the state of Oregon. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Beavers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to... Turn at the 22. So the Oregon Ducks offense will go to work first. Early in the season, the Ducks looked vulnerable against teams from the state of Idaho, but nothing makes you feel better than taking little brother behind the woodshed in a get-right game when you had to feel a little bit better about life.
Yeah, and it was really a coming-out party, too, for Dylan Gabriel, the transfer coming in from Oklahoma. He threw the ball. He ran the ball. Oregon was up and down the field offensively. And we've seen this game in years past get a bit crazy and wonky at times. Last year, David, no doubt who the better team was.
Yeah, especially when Oregon has to go to Corvallis. Typically, you'll see some struggle, but that wasn't it. And it was a beatdown. And you got to imagine they remember this pretty well. They're pretty ticked off about. Listen, Oregon gets all the shine, obviously. Oregon State is little brother. They've got something to prove for sure.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Moore will throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Showing the arm strength to the left. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reed.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running the red zone, it's Whittington. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Now adjusting. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Moore to the air. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oregon! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oregon State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Beavers decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Moore will throw. He turns that loose down the right side.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stewart. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotions surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Ducks! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that, but the offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Murphy. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking for a huge play. Wide open, he makes the catch. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. Big fella moving. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers!
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Here's the handoff. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period will be a second down. Motion from the wide receiver. They're testing the right side here. Shakes off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? You get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Runs through a tackle. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Moore to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Tackled there by the defense.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the...
There he goes. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Rice went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Owls in a statement win if there ever was one. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Beavers come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Murphy. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. He'll heave it deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. So now it's 2nd and long. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks it up, still on his feet. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gets the back moving. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Using his feet to buy time. Going to try to get it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Turning it on. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Moore will throw. On the run, still looking. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
You want to stress a defense? Get the quarterback outside the pocket right now. Really good job running the bootleg to the left, getting the quarterback outside of the pocket. He can chew up ground in such a hurry, or he can throw the football down the field. Makes it really tough on defenses.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him still on his feet. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. firing to the end zone. Makes the grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Firing to the right, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Ducks and Beavers. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention. And
breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Ducks are on the move. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Finds a man on the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! It's as if the Duck is hopping. motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
The give on the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Beavers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On the run, it's Hughes. Finding open areas. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now rolling to the left. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Got a man. It's Hughes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Grab behind the line. It's Hughes. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Oregon State.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Finds his man, it's Hankerson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Walker. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So we open the final period with a third down play. Defense looks as if it's coming. Here's the pressure. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. And the Beavers line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Hughes. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's low. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going with the ground game left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the ball comes to rest right there. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Tight end now in motion. Johnson wants to throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole.
Grabs it inside the 15. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. The Beavers look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit.
Touchdown, Oregon State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. On the move, he fires.
Well, you know the offense is going to come out trying to get this guy the football, right? He's their best receiver. He's their best receiving target. Great job on defense knocking that one away.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Release to the back. Hits the open man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They try to pop a run on the draw. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field, because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the 1st.
The Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Into the end zone, and give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously.
Caught at the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Beavers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Johnson looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Ducks want to move quickly.
2nd down.
The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Time to take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. You get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.